Hello guys, welcome to Pantech Solutions, and I warmly welcome you for the session Natural Language Processing, which was organized by Pantech Solutions and Siddhartha Institute of Technology and Science. And I'm warmly welcome you every respected professors and every students and every hobbyist. Welcome you all. So before going on to the session, I want to make sure is it audible, guys? I just want to know, is it audible? Please give it in live chat. Please tell me yes or no. Good morning everyone. Good morning. Is it audible, guys? Please tell me yes or no. Good morning to all. Yeah, thank you, Nikhil. Yeah, thank you. So before going on to the session, I want to make sure guys, please fill up the attendance form. Link will be given in the description, or it will be given in the live chat around after 15 minutes. Okay, after 15 minutes it will be given in the description below or in the live chat. Okay, you should have fill up the attendance form there. Okay, so we'll move on to the session. So before that, about SITS. So the institution was established on 2008 based on the values and ideals cherished by our visionary and enterprising chairman, Mr. C.R. Jagdish, with a track record of over 11 years in higher education and their vision to be a reputed institute in technical education towards research and industrial societal needs. And about Pantech, it was established on 2004, and we are almost having 7 branches all over the India, and we have 100+ team, and we are having a research and development center in Chennai. On the research and development center, we are the manufacturer of lab equipments such as microprocessor, microcontroller, FPGA development boards and trainer kits, and renewable energy lab equipments and motor control application projects. And we are also providing industry-based solutions for every project. And we are also retail store of every engineering product and every level engineering projects. And we have conducted up to 1500+ workshops and 250+ faculty development programs, and we have conducted 100+ seminars. And our vision to gain global leadership in providing technological solutions through sustained innovation. Okay, and today first we'll discuss about the evolution of human language, and we'll move on to the natural language processing. And under the natural language processing, we are going to have a quick overview on natural language processing, as well as we have intro about natural language understanding and natural language generation, that is NLU and NLG. And we are going to discuss about NLP terminologies, like what are all the process behind the natural language processing, which will be helpful for traveling towards every applications. And finally, we'll have applications of NLP, like what are all the applications we can develop using natural language processing, as well as finally we are going to show a demo, little demo on natural language processing. Like I am going to instruct you to how to install libraries for natural language processing and how to start up with that NLP. Okay, so those things we are going to discuss today. I hope you are all getting my voice clearly and my video clearly. Okay, I'll move on to the session now. So first of all, let us think about evolution of human language. Okay, before that, I'll turn up my screen on. It is consuming more internet. I'll kept at the screen. Okay, so if you take a normal language, so if you are seeing that normal language first appeared among the Homo sapiens somewhere between 30,000 and 1 lakh years ago. So that evolution is still in hidden now, like how it is evolved, how it is spoken before. Actually, for example, if you take a Tamil language, so before that is cultured in the every rocks and every areas, but after a lot of years only they have identified that is the Tamil language. There is some lot of kind of evolution in writing as well as in the speaking. Like before, Tamil was spoken by different types or different kind of way, but now it is speaking by different kind of way. But those kind of evolution has happened throughout every centuries, right? So a lot of languages have been introduced newly, as well as lot of languages also destroyed. So but if you take a single language, that even a single language, it is getting evolved throughout every centuries. Like it was differently spoken, or it was differently written. So written script or speaking style, or those kind of language styles have been evolved throughout every centuries. But overall, from the beginning, thus language was helped to human to help was helped to help the humans to survive, to have a communication between each other, to have mutual understanding between each other. So lot of for interaction, for communication, lot of ways language have been helped throughout every human centuries, every human life, right? So these are the language. So why we are going to speak about the language, why we are speaking about the evolution of human languages? Here we are going to perform a natural language processing. There is a meaning, right? Natural language processing. So natural language processing will be helpful for us to understand about or study about the natural language processing. So if you take natural language processing, it is a part of computer science or artificial intelligence, which specifically deals with the human language. So for example, we are going to see a lot of examples further. Okay, before that, you just want to understand what is natural language processing. So natural language processing, it is a like combination of computer science, artificial intelligence, as well as a language, human language. Okay, and it is really helpful for understanding and replying the human language. So for example, if you take two persons, okay, if you take two persons, so if you take 2 persons, the common thing which is required to communicate between them is, first thing is the language, right? So if a first person knows English, the second person also should know like English, then only they can able to do the communication. So first thing, common thing which we require is a language. So for example, so that is the 2 persons, so they have common language, so now they are ready to communicate with them. Okay, so this is the first thing we require is a language. Okay, so for communication, so here we are going to take a system or computer or robot or a machine or anything you can take at here in this application. Okay, so natural language processing. So if you take a natural language processing, it is a combination of artificial intelligence and the computer science and the human language. Okay, that is a combination. On the center part, it will have a natural language processing. So it is kind of combining everything. Okay, so there we can see certain concept called text mining. So text mining, if you take a text mining, so it is nothing but a deriving meaningful information from the natural language. So for example, if someone knows English of 20% and if someone knows English of 90 to 100%, but if the person who is knowing English of 20%, that language can be understood by the second person, but the second person's English can't able to understand by the first person. So that is the difference. Okay, so first thing is we need to derive a meaningful information from the natural language. Okay, and before moving on further, so first thing we discuss about this artificial intelligence. So why artificial intelligence? There are a lot of purpose of using artificial intelligence. First thing, now human can't work for 24/7, right? So if you take any call centers, if you take any kind of industry based solutions, so if you take anything, so human can't work for 24/7. So that's the main first purpose. So if you have artificial intelligence, it will work for 24/7. And second thing, performance. So the accuracy and the performance which is given by the human is it will be less when compared to a machine or a computer. So that's the second thing. And then third, it can reduce the manpower, right? So if you take any kind of call centers, so okay, instead of placing 100 persons or employing 100 persons, if you can have one artificial intelligence system to handle a lot of call related services, so it will be very helpful to avoid a lot of manpower and everything. Okay, so this artificial intelligence is nothing but kind of one machine, or take a robot. So we are going to feed some kind of knowledges to that machine in the form of data set or in the form of anything. Okay, so for example, so if you take, let us assume if you take one machine, okay, that machine, wants to be your assistant, okay, your WhatsApp assistant, okay. So if you are offline, okay, let us assume if you are offline, your bot must work, okay. If you are a very busy person, so your WhatsApp is there already, okay. If someone is going to message you, like hi Sanjay, if let us take me, okay, my WhatsApp is here. So okay, if I'm busy, if I'm on offline, if someone messages me hi, automatically my bot should reply like hi, hello, Sanjay is busy now, so once he get through, he will contact you, can you tell me the message? So automatically it will tell me the message, and if it can be replied, so it will reply automatically. So where the project file is located, so in this PC, this is the location of the project file, you can go through, sir, like that my bot will say instead of me. So a lot of small kind of work can be done by using the robot itself, by bot itself. So it will work for me, okay. So what I did, so I'm going to feed my knowledge or feed my experience in the form of data to train it, okay. So in the artificial intelligence, there are a lot of applications like deep learning, machine learning, and also NLP. So natural language processing it will be in the part of if you take a human, okay, human can see and recognize. For that we will use OpenCV or computer vision with the deep learning. And second thing, human can listen and speak. Or second thing we can take, human can analyze or understand the pattern or to make a decision. So for that we can use machine learning to do those kind of analyzing or those kind of decision making application, okay. And third, human can listen and speak. So for that we are going to use a natural language processing. Not only listen and speak, and also a kind of chat messages, chatting and everything, okay, text based messages, okay. For those things also we are going to use a natural language processing. So artificial intelligence is nothing but I'm going to feed my knowledge or experience in the form of data to train it. So to train my machine or to train my robot to understand my knowledge or experience, okay. So I'm going to do that, okay. So I'm going to do that to perform some kind of application, okay. And after that we have already seen now what is natural language processing, okay. So it is combination of artificial intelligence and computer science and the human language. So on the natural language processing, there are two kinds of divisions are there. One is natural language understanding, that is nothing but NLU, as well as natural language generation, that is NLG, okay. So if you take so it is easily understandable, right? First one is natural language understanding. So natural language understanding is kind of ear. So the humans have having an ear. So through the ear they are going to listen a sound patterns of the speaking, and if the language is common, they will understand what they are speaking, and they are going to reply back. So for that, first thing they need to have a common language to understand it. So NLU is also one of branch of artificial intelligence that understand or that uses computer software to understand input made in the form of sentences, in the form of text or a speech format. So my bot is here, okay. Let us assume our Pantech is there. So our Pantech bot is there, okay. So our Pantech bot is there. So I am a customer of a Pantech, okay. Now I am going to ping in the WhatsApp or chat, okay. So hi, hello Pantech, I am going to ping it. So automatically Pantech bot will reply you, hello Sanjay, hello, welcome to Pantech Solutions, may I know your name please, what can I do for you, like that they will ask a question. So first to process it should understand my language, like hi, what I pinged there, hi Pantech Solutions, that's the only message I have pinged there. So that system should understand or to identify what they speak, what the customers are speaking, what the customer is requesting. So first thing we need to do understanding, okay. And after understanding, it should go for natural language generation. So natural language generation will be helpful for replying back. So what the question is and what the right answer for that. So natural language generation is also one kind of software process that transforms structured data into a natural language, okay. And also it can be used for produce long form of content for organization, to automate custom reports, as well as it can be helpful for voice as well as a text based responses, okay. If you take a text based responses, we can take chatbots like WhatsApp chatbots or any kind of if you take messenger, mobile monkey is there. So those kind of chatbot responses. If you take voice kind of assistant, you'll have a call centers or you have a voice assistants. Okay, so these are the natural language understanding and natural language generation. So natural language understanding for understanding the language which is spoken by the customers, and natural language generation for replying back the right answer to have a proper natural language generations. Okay, so these are the two main factors under the natural language processing. Okay, and then we are moving on to the NLP terminology. So what is terminology? What is mean by NLP terminology? So if you see here, we have already spoken that for understanding it will use a microphone, right? If you take any robot or if you take any machine, it will use a microphone. On the microphone we will say as a voice command. Okay, and then intermediate, we doesn't know what is happening in intermediate, but finally we are getting answers. So if you take Google Home, okay, you know already Google Home or Google Assistant. Okay, Google Home, if you take a Google Home, and also Amazon Alexa as well as Apple Siri. So a lot of voice assistants are there. On the voice assistant, what we are doing, we are just questioning, like who is the president of India, what is the weather now, tell me a joke, who is the prime minister of India. So likewise we are interacting with the voice assistant, but we need to know what is happening behind the process of that kind of voice assistance. Okay, so that is nothing but a natural NLP terminologies. So on the NLP terminology, the first thing we need to know is tokenization. So tokenization is nothing but it will break the every strings into small individual tokens or small individual words. So it's nothing but, so for example, if you take one voice assistant, Google Home. Okay, so or example you can take Google Assistant. Okay, on the Google Assistant we can take so for example, if we take basic response or basic questioning, I'm going to do. So I'm going to ask, what's the time now? So I'm going to ask, what is the time now? So if you take what is the time now, it may be as a text, it may be as a voice pattern. So if it is a voice pattern, so it will identify the voice pattern of what's the time now. Okay, so for what's there will be a different or individual sound pattern, and there will be a different sound pattern. Time there will be a different sound pattern. Now there will be a different sound pattern. If it is a voice kind of audio kind of response, audio kind of questioning. So if you take Google Assistant, I can ask is a voice, or also I can ask as a text. Okay, what's the time now? Okay, so this tokenization part will segregate or will split up every strings into different tokens or different words. So here I am asking the single question or single sentence as what's the time now. Okay, but what the reply is, what the first process of tokenization is, what it will separate every word into separate. So for example, if you take any English language or anything, so here what's the time now is the question. So on that, space is the delimiter. Okay, here space is the terminator, that is nothing but empty space. So throughout by the empty space it will identify that is a separate word and this is the separate word. So first thing, it will separate the words into a separate individual tokens. So on those things, so it will identify this is the word, this is the first word, this is the second word. So totally it contains 4 separate words. Okay, so these are the tokenization. So tokenization is nothing but splitting up every individual words or tokens. Okay, so complete sentence into a individual tokens. That is a tokenization. And then stemming. So what is mean by stemming? Stemming is nothing but it will normalize the words into its base form. So for example, so I am going to speak he is playing, he plays, or she played football. So likewise I can speak continuously. On that continuous speak, so it will identify the base word. So in the example you can able to identify. So there are playing, played, plays. The common word, what the common word is? A play. Okay, so that's this kind of process is known as a stemming. But in the stemming, it can't able to identify the different kind of plural form. For example, if you take go, went, gone, go, went, gone, but that's actual base word is go, right? But this stemming can't identify that. This stemming is a basic segregation of base form, that is nothing but playing, played, played. On that there are common word which is a play. Okay, so that's why it can able to identify that is a play, and that for playing, played, plays, the common or base word is nothing but a play. right? So these kind of response, it can be done in the stemming. Okay, so first process is we have segregated every word. On that every word, throughout by the stemming process, we are going to identify the base word, that is basic base word, that is play or go, some kind of base words. Okay, and then if you're going for lemmatization, so if it is a lemmatization, it is also very similar to a stemming, but it returns very good perfect word. So for example, if you take go, went, gone, so the basic word is go. If you take better, super, so those kind of things, the basic word is good. It is little different from the previous thing, right? It is little similar to stemming, but it is also little bit different from stemming also, right? So why? Because it is very in-depth segregation of the word to identify the base word. This kind of inflected forms are word called which are known as lemma. Okay, so the process or which the output which is getting from the lemmatization is known as the lemma. Okay, so we already know the difference between stemming and lemmatization, right? So stemming, it will also identify the base word, but it is not in the in-depth. So if you take example go, went, gone, the base word is go. It can't be identified in stemming, but it can able to identify in lemmatization. Okay, so and then we'll go for a POS. So POS is nothing but a parts of speech. So parts of speech we have already discussed before. So like parts of speech is nothing but kind of identifying what is noun in it, what is verb in it, what is adjective in it. So those kind of information can be decoded in the parts of speech. For example, if you take Google about Pantech solutions, so here Google may act as either a noun as well as it may act as a verb. But here in this process, the Google is acted as a verb, right? So Google about, like search about Pantech solutions, search about Pantech solutions in Google. That is the meaning of the Google here. So here Google acts as a verb. So if I am saying anything, so it should identify either the word is verb or is it a noun. So we need to identify it. So for identifying, is it a noun or verb or adjective or preposition or conjunction, so those kind of responses can be identified by using a parts of speech. Okay, so it can be this is known as a parts of speech. So from first what we have discussed, so tokenization, splitting up a strings, and stemming to identify the base word, lemmatization to identify the base word in depth, and parts of speech to identify the either word is a noun or verb. And if you take a named entity recognition, it is a main thing which is required. So if throughout the sentence it should identify what is the named entity. Like for example, if you take any sentence like Google about Pantech solutions, okay, here Google is nothing but a verb. So if you take Google is nothing but a verb. Other than that, if you take a Pantech solutions is an organization. So for example, if you take example, what's the time now? So if you take example, what's the time now? So here now represents the time or location, or sorry, now represent the time. So if I am asking what's the time now in Chennai, so if I am asking what's the time now in India, so if I am asking the question what's the time now in India, so India is nothing but a location. So now it represents the periods or periods, right? Like now or yesterday or tomorrow, so those kind of things. And those kind of applications such as monetary values or organization or location or quantity or person or movie names. So names, those kinds of thing can be identified by with the help of named entity recognition. Okay, so named entity recognition is for identifying the location or organization or quantity or a person. Okay, so these things. And then if we going for another thing which is chunking. So what is meant by chunking? So chunking is nothing but picking piece of words and formed into a phrases. So complete phrases. Already every word is separate, right? This is already segregated in the previous process. But finally, after understanding every values. So for example, here Google about Pantech solution. So that POS identified this Google as a verb by comparing with the nearby sentence. So Google about Pantech solution. So what is the meaning, right meaning of the Pantech solution? So it will do that process and it's going to reply back. So before that it should form this is a sentence. So those kind of formation or sentence, so this chunking will be helpful. So the chunking will be combining or merging every separate words into a single sentence to have a right meaning. Okay, so this is kind of chunking. Okay, so we have seen a complete process, complete terminology. So first one is tokenization, to splitting up every words from a single sentence, and stemming, to identify the base word in the base, and then if it lemmatization, to identify the very under base, which is known as the lemmas. For example, better, super, to good. And then parts of speech will be helpful for understanding or to segregating what is noun and what is verb and what is adjective. And then named entity recognition will be helpful to identify each and every word as a which one is organization and location or quantity or a person. And chunking, after every process completed, it will form as a single sentence. Okay, so we have seen these kind of every process, right? So on this every process, to like this process, no, this NLP terminology, where it is happening, how it is happening, what are the libraries used, there are a lot of questions in it. So to clear those kind of questions, there is a thing which is NLTK, that is Natural Language Toolkit. Okay, so what is mean by Natural Language Toolkit? What is mean by NLTK? So this Natural Language Toolkit is a suitable libraries for having this statistical natural language processing for English written in Python programming language. So we all know Python, right? So Python is Python is useful for every applications, and also it is very easy to use as well as in the hardware also. So this NLTK, this is one kind of a toolkit which is written in the programming languages of Python. Okay, by using a Python programming, this Natural Language Toolkit is been used in the as a library. So I am going to show this also, like how to install NLTK in your normal laptop also. Okay, so we'll proceed to the applications of natural language processing. So on the natural language processing, this sentimental analysis. Actually, for example, if you take a Facebook, okay, so you're going to take a Facebook. On the Facebook, there are before that there will be only like as well as hate, like or dislike symbol. But now they have introduced a lot of emojis like laugh, cry, or sad, or anger, or happy, love. So like those kind of emojis they have introduced. Why they have introduced lot of emojis? So it is nothing for nothing only for our facility or our interaction. It is also it is also helpful for understanding the users. So for example, if you take one example like Indian education system, okay, one post is there. Let us assume Indian education system, one post is there. On that post, we are going to give response in a comment or like in a emojis. So like someone will agree that Indian education system is very good, so they will put up emojis like happy. But someone will hate that Indian education system is not good, so they will put up a response like anger emojis. So from that they can able to predict what your opinion about this post is. So they can able to predict their emotion, predict your emotions, or predict your questioning, or predict your thoughts about a certain post. So if you take any chat or comment boxes or any reply in comment chat, so everything can be analyzed with the help of this NLP for sentimental analysis. So for example, if you are messaging to your person with from the message itself, we can able to identify the emotion, what kind of emotion is. So what kind of emotion based on this post. So lot of analysis is happening behind every social medias as well as every Google or any industries to identify or to make user to be very easy to use, to have a very user friendly interaction. They are using those kind of applications. Okay, so first thing is sentimental analysis. Second thing is chatbots. So I hope you all previously have used Hike. Okay, in that Hike there is a Natasha, right? So we all before when the Hike is introduced, we will used up that Hike, right? So we will message to Natasha like hi, hello, how are you, hello, hi Natasha. So it will reply back automatically. So it is for interaction for with the bots. So it is nothing but Natasha is nothing but a chatbot. So Natasha is nothing but one person is replying for everyone. Not like that. It is a chatbot which is replying back. So chatbot for automatic messaging. So for example, you can able to design your own chatbot with the help of Dialogflow, and you can integrate with your WhatsApp, so that if someone messaging you when you are in offline, so automatically bot will reply for you. Okay, so for those kind of application, chatbot will be helpful. So other than that, this voice assistant, so those kind of devices are also helpful for chatbots. Okay, so for example, if you take Messenger, there is a mobile monkey. It is one kind of a chatbot. So lot of chatbots are there to have a very user interaction with the bots. Okay, so this is a chatbots. And then speech recognition. So speech recognition, so for example, if you take Google Home or Amazon Alexa, so first we'll speak out. So if you take any Google Home or Amazon Alexa, it contains two things. First one is it will contain a mic, that is nothing but a microphone for listening your voices. Okay, and then if you take and then it will have a speaker to respond you back. Okay, microphone and then speaker. Intermediate, it will contain a Wi-Fi which will be connected in your home network. So if you are questioning something, what is the time now? So that voice signal, it will be converted, or it will be detected into a tokens, and it will be converted into a text format, like audio to text conversion, and then it will complete, or it will form it to a sentence, and it will identify the respective meaning here. So it will identify the location. So this is the location, so it is India, so this is the time. So like that, after it will form as a sentence, again the responsive answer is converted into a voice form, voice output. So time is 9:30 AM in Chennai. So like that, response will come over. So those kind of responses will be done at a speech recognition. So on the behind process, the natural language processing will work on to identify your meaning. Okay, so for example, if you take what's the time now? So this is one kind of questioning. So other than that, what is the time? What is the time? Tell me the time. Say me the time. Say me the time now. May I know the time, please? So like that, lot of questionings we can able to answer. We can able to question it. So these kind of questions, it is already analyzed in the Google. So Google or Amazon Alexa. So it will identify this is the question, right, proper question, and this is the meaning of it. So we have to answer this only. So like that, it can able to identify it. Okay. So those kind of application can be done at speech recognition. And then machine translation. So machine translation, if you take, there are a lot of applications like Google Translation. If you take Google Translate, so on the left side you will have from this name or ID. So there you will type any language. So on that right hand side you will have a result on a desired language. So Tamil to English, or English to Tamil, Hindi to English, any language we have machine translation. So Google Translate are there, will be helpful for translating one language to another. So for example, first thing we will enter one certain sentence in a single language. So it will split up every words or every word from the sentence, and it will identify the meaning of every word to know the what is the right meaning in the another language. So to search in another language. So those kind of thing can be done at a machine translation, as well as we will have a translating devices. So it will convert one, it will take or it will record audio of one language to convert into another language. So those kind of machine languages or machine translation, it can be done. Okay, and then spell checking. So spell checking we have already know, we have used the Grammarly, right? So we'll type up the every sentence which we are speaking. So if there is any mistake in the grammar, so it will automatically correct itself. Or else in a word, normal word, there is a spell checker, automatic spell check, or automatic spell correction. So those kind of spell correction and spell checking can be done using this natural language processing. So it will analyze every word to know the right meaning and to identify the mistake in it. Okay, to reply you back. Okay, so those kind of spell checking applications like Grammarly, it will be helpful for automatic spell check and to correction, to make corrections. Okay, so and then keyword search. So keyword search, so if you take a Google, okay, if you take a Google, so you're going to type some kind of letters. So I'm going to type artificial. As at the right instant, it will automatically reply. It will give me a suggestion like artificial intelligence. Why? Because it will automatically study it. It is already studied me. Like I'm working in this artificial intelligence kind of thing. So definitely he will search this artificial intelligence only. So it will give me a suggestion for artificial intelligence. So it will give the Google suggestion. like keyword based searches. So after I typed artificial intelligence and I pressed enter, so it will look for every website providers, like who is holding lot of keywords of artificial intelligence and who is having website which have very less bounce rate, who is handling lot of search, this kind of optimization. So who is having more information on artificial intelligence. Likewise, Google automatically search through every website and it will filter out the top 10 and it will prioritize every website which is provided about artificial intelligence. So those kind of responses can be done in the keyword search application. Okay, and then if you take information, so extracting information. So for example, if you take a plagiarism, so your project, your final year project, your guide may say it should be zero plagiarism. It should not be plagiarized. So plagiarized is nothing but a copied content. So we should not copy the content from the website and we should not paste it in your reports. So those for same website also. For website also we should not put copied content from another website. So that Google will identify that plagiarized content and it will drop that plagiarized website to a downwards. So it is not noticeable for every user since they have copied the content from the another website. So those kind of information extraction or other image based searches, so those kind of information or application can be done by the help of extract information. And then ad matching. So ad matching is nothing but if you take some kind of persons, they may have interest on facial products or face products. So those kind of they have already interested by clicking the emotions, by clicking post, like symbols. So from that it will be already identified. And after that, same kind of products. For example, if you take some kind of Fair and Lovely, so Fair and Lovely or Fair and Handsome. So those kind of product, it will be come as ad with have a 30% offer. You can purchase it, 30% offer only for you. You can get it today itself. So those kind of ad based on the user's interest, it will come as ad. So those kind of response also can be done with the help of this NLP. Okay. So these kind of application can be done with the help of natural language processing. Okay. So and then we are having in the demo session. Okay, we are in the demo session, guys. So we'll have this demo now. So before that, on the previous session, I have shown you how to install a Python and how to interact with the Python from the command window itself. Okay, right? I have already told you that, right? So today I will continue with that. So we have already installed the Python in the command window. So now we have to begin with how to install that NLTK, that is Natural Language Toolkit. Okay, I'm going to run this command window and open and run with the administrator. Okay, I clicked that run as administrator. Okay, on that first we'll check out Python is installed. So actually I already have installed this Python. Okay, if I type Python, it should show up what is the Python version I'm using here. So now it's showing Python 3.7.4, the version which I'm using here. Okay, so that's it. Okay, Python is already installed now. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to install that natural language toolkit for basic Python operation. Okay, for that first you have to type pip space install NLTK. Okay, you have to click enter. I hope I have already installed it. Okay, so this is the procedure. So you have to type pip install NLTK to install natural language toolkit for your application. Okay. So this natural language or this NLTK will be helpful, or this NLTK will be done for this natural language processing kind of programming. Okay, in Python. My laptop is taking a little bit time. So if you see here, so it shows requirement already satisfied. So but for you it may take some time to install it, but the procedure is you have to type pip install NLTK. Okay, so it will automatically install that natural language toolkits. So let it complete it. Okay, so this is completed. Okay, so requirement already satisfied for this NLTK. And after that, what we are going to do is I'm going to install some kind of some inbuilt libraries which is present in NLTK. That thing also I'm going to download. So for that, what I have to do is first we will go into the Python. So we have imported the Python, and then I'm going to import this NLTK. So it will import every that natural language toolkit. So let it complete. In this NLTK, first part is normal NLTK import, and after that we are going to download and install some of the NLTK inbuilt commands or inbuilt another kind of libraries which will be required for this NLTK. Okay. So and this demo we are going to show you the demo of like first we are going to take one Wikipedia's content. Okay, and I'm going to feed that content to this this NLTP program, and that program should identify what is the keyword or what is the main keyword or what is the content about. Okay, so it will gonna search for me, and it will say that is the perfect keyword, and this gonna be the content for. Okay, it gonna identify the right keyword for the content. Okay, so that's the demo I'm going to show now. So it's taking a little bit time. Okay, now we have imported NLTK. Okay, so this shift operator shows NLTK is imported successfully. Now what I'm going to do is NLTK dot download. Okay, this will pop up you another window which will list you lot of libraries which is present inside the NLTK. So from that you can able to install further NLTK commands as well as other libraries. Okay. So let it install. So before that I'll explain you the code. Okay, so here we have used this URL lib.request library to open the Wikipedia. So here in this Wikipedia I'm going to Google about a Tesla. Okay, so you know the Tesla, right? So Nikola Tesla we already know. Other than that, now Tesla basically represent that Tesla industry, which is that automotive, the vehicle industry, which is performing autonomous car as well as electric vehicle. Okay, so Tesla about vehicle, and then we have installed or imported library which is BS4. BS4 is nothing but beautiful soup, which will be helpful for Python to extract the HTML tag. For example, if you take any any website, okay, if you take any browser, so you are going to Google about Wikipedia. So on that Wikipedia, it will contain a HTML tag also. So we have to remove the tag. For that only we'll use that library. Okay. So this NLTK downloader is opened. So here if you see here, everything is installed, but for you it may freshly have. All right. So you just click a download all. Okay. You just keep this color in that all, and you just click a download. Okay. It will take some time to download and install every libraries, like which includes book, popular, test, third party, packages and everything. Okay, just keep the cursor in all and you just click a download. So it will take time to install it. Now it is installed already. Okay, so this is the first procedure to install NLTK and its library. Okay, and then I'm coming out. So and after we need to have this beautiful soup library. Okay, this beautiful soup library as well as HTML5 library. So for beautiful soup library, so the syntax is BS4. So first thing what you need to install on the BS4 is we have to type pip install BS4 and press enter. Okay, so it will install a BS4 library for our purpose. So why the BS4 library? The BS4 library will be helpful to remove every HTML tags like header or bold, italics. So those kind of header will be there, no? Like these kind of headers, B or content, hi, hello. So these are the contents. So on that content it will contain /B. So those kind of tags will be there, no? So from the content, this BS4 library will be helpful to remove those kind of tags. And we require is HTML5 library. So for also we just copy it and you just type pip install HTML5 lib. Okay, so it will install HTML5 library, will be helpful for this identifying the HTML tags. Okay, so what we are doing is soup is equal to beautiful soup. So we are removing the HTML. So strip is equal to true. So it will remove everything and it will print only the text. So only the text from the Wikipedia about Tesla. Okay, and after that there are a lot of inbuilt libraries which is present inside the NLTK. So to identify the count frequencies. So what are all the count which is present inside the complete text. So in this text area, so it will contains already lot of sentence. So this tokens. So we have already discussed about the tokens, right? Tokenization. So what is meant by tokenization? Tokenization is nothing but splitting up every words or tokens from a complete sentence. So these tokens will split up everything and it will form into an array. Okay, so it will split up, so it will have this kind of array. So inside that array it will have complete every different small part of a word. Okay, and after that count word frequency. What is meant by count word frequency? So we have initialized that as English to count on what is the main keyword which is used behind. On that there is a inbuilt command which is frequency distance, like this command, this syntax will be helpful to identify the tokens which is present inside the library of NLTK. Okay, so it will keep on counting and it will going to plot, or it will going to plot as the graph to know which is the main keyword which is used in that Wikipedia content. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this directory. I'm going to paste it in the terminal. So we are in the directory and I'm going to type the program. I'm going to run the program python space nlp demo.py. Okay, so what this will do, so it will copy the content from the Wikipedia about Tesla. Okay, and it's gonna use the content, and from the content it's going to identify what the content is about. Is it about Tesla or is it about anything? It's going to identify the keyword. Okay, so if you see here, so if you see the first part, so in this first part this is nothing but a tokenization. So if you see here, okay, so if you see here, so it contains every tags in the website, from the website, right? So for example, 1 minute, I'll show that. So when after I run the code, so it already opened into the HTML tags also. It is opened about Tesla vehicle, but it includes the HTML tags also. Okay, by using the BS4 library, we have removed every HTML tags to convert into a complete sentence or complete string without any tag, without any HTML tag. Okay, so if you see here, so it doesn't contain any HTML tag, right? So is there any HTML tags? No. So it converts every information without any HTML tags. So and after that, tokenization appeared here. So in this tokenization, it is converted into every single string. So in former, electric light, and was the Tesla events random. So it is nothing but a tokenization. So and after the tokenization, we have removed we have used another function to remove and article, like how much articles, like a page URL, article is, was the, to, so those kind of articles also removed here. So after removed, it will display the result which is present here, like what is the main keyword present here. So on that keyword or from the keyword, it is identified one graph. So on that graph, it's telling us that Tesla is having a more accuracy or more counts. So 7 counts are there, and then that like short, article, ration holder, name, free, American, company, new, post, for performing or for extracting these kind of responses. Okay, so this is the application of this project. Okay, if you want a source code, you just ping it in your comment after the session completed. Okay, there we will give you the source code. Okay, and we are in the question and answer session, guys. You can question me. Yeah, I'm waiting for your questions, guys. So chatbot is an AI. Yeah, it is one part of the artificial intelligence, which is the help of natural language processing. Okay, for example, if you take one kind of applications, so one kind of application in the sense, if I am programming, so if someone says hi, you say hello, like you'll put up if loop, and if hi is there, say hello, print hello. So those kind of is known as a normal basic programming. Okay, if someone says hi, say hello. So those kind of thing is not basic programming. Instead of that, based on your thoughts, you can reply back either hello or either hi, or either nice to meet you or glad to meet you. So those kind of responses will be programmed. So based on its interest, it will reply back. So if you take a Sophia robot, so even Will Smith, Hollywood actor who had interaction or date with that Sophia. It is very funny, right? So he's interacted with that Sophia robot, so it is automatically replying back, and also even it is laughing. It is changing its emotion based on the response which is given by the Will Smith. So those kind of thing is also there. It is also known as artificial intelligence. How NLP can be used in a robotics? So on the robotics, if you take this corona, so this COVID-19, it is going intense everywhere, right? So if you take any robot, okay, so let us assume one robot will place in front of the hospital entrance. So here the main challenge is every patient can't interact with the doctors. So it is very risk in it, right? There is a lot of risk in it. So instead we'll place one artificial intelligence based robot. So whenever some person enters in the hospital, so it will automatically recognize its face, and it will keep on the database, and it will ask, hi, hello, what is happening to you? Is your temperature is high? May I check your temperature? Like that, it can able to ask, what are the symptoms, what are the problems you are facing? Are you facing any breathing problems, or do you have any cold, or do you have any other body pain? So those kind of questions it can ask. So they can reply back to that machine. So that machine will record every data in the form of databases, and it will automatically fix your appointment. Tomorrow 10 a.m. is your appointment. You can come to, tomorrow morning 10 a.m. to make a treatment, or else it can able to suggest you the medicine also. So those kind of voice based interaction with the robot, it will be helpful in the robotics. I'm waiting for your questions, guys. You can ask me your questions. Yeah, those kind of libraries also we can use. How can we perform sentiment analysis using tokenization of sentence in a Python? So if you take a sentence in a Python, there are a lot of keywords in the sentiment analysis also. In the sentiment analysis, there are keywords like happy, I'm sad, it is highly disgusting. So those kind of disgusting keywords. So on the tokenization, those kind of word can be analyzed or identified with the help of machine learning. So you can use up any classifiers to recognize what the word or what the sentence or what the word which is responsible for each and every emotion. So from by the tokenization, by using the help of with the keywords, so you can able to identify the emotions also. I'm waiting for your questions, guys. You can question me. Only Python can be used, sir, or some different language also can be used. Also different can be language and can be used, but this NLTK, no, this natural language toolkit, so it will be very helpful for using libraries which is already written by. So for if you see here that future extraction or this kind of difference or analysis, there are this lot of default commands. So that's why this Python is advisable to use. Tamil text natural language process detail, please. So for that we need to go for a lot of further research on NLP for Tamil also. So we need only thing we require is a data set. So from the data set we can able to do some kind of classification. We require only thing data set. Does NLP need high speed process? That is a very good question, Ashik. So for example, that is based on your data set. What kind of how much data set you have? So for example, if you have thousands of data set, thousands of rows, so it is enough to handle in your PC. But if you have 1 crore of data set, but for that also you can use your PC, but your CPU is not enough. That's why we are moving on to the graphical processing unit. GPU. So that from that you can, it will be very helpful to analyze those much of data set within a very short span of time. So in your PC, normal CPU based PC, it may take 3 days even. But in your graphical processing unit, the GPU system, it may take within 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours, it can able to complete it. So only it's a time consumption. But if you can't able to afford for GPU, you can go for a cloud. There is a Paperspace cloud. It is a very advisable Paperspace that you can able to pay based on your requirement. So if your requirement is to use this kind of multiple cores, so 4 core or 8 core, so you can choose the specific PC which is required for in your cloud. So Paperspace, you can go for cloud based application. Yeah, webinar material we can share. Yeah, surely we can share it to you. I'm waiting for your questions, guys, till now. You can question me. Yeah, any internship? Yeah, we are going to provide a paid internship for you guys. You can contact us for further internship program which we are going to conduct there. Whether data set for a regional language or available freely. Yeah, someone are providing that language data set and someone is not. We have to pay for it also. So some, and also some of them are providing the data set. You can download it. I can, if you want, you can ping me so that I'll share you the link. Yeah, we are providing, we are going to start up the internships also. You can join with us. You can ping it on our management so that they will give you the details. Application of NLP in the field of WE, that is based on the assistance or based on any stock management. So you'll have a lot of inventories, right? Like motors or motor drivers or those kind of components you'll have. The for stocks management. So those kind of application you can use this in natural language processing or interactions. Okay guys, I hope you all get the comments. I'm getting the comment delay. So if you have any doubts, you can give the comments in the below comments. After this session completed, this comment box will be released. Okay, don't give the questions in the live chat now. So since we are going to close this session, this comment box will be released today now itself. So on that comment box, you can give your replies or you can give your questions. Okay, or else you can give your suggestions. And if you need to contact me personally, you can ping me at sanjay@pantech.ai. And if you are having any interest on doing internships, you can contact pantechsolutions.net. And I hope you all already have the course. Those are management contacts. So you can contact us for basic or future internship programs, as well as paid internship, paid courses. And also if you are interested in lot kind of projects, also you can also ping us. And if you need components or those kind of services also can be provided. I hope you all get the knowledge well and proper. And if you need, if you have any suggestion to conduct a certain topic about it, you can ping it in the comment box below. Okay, and thank you so much for your interaction, guys. I have a very much good interaction with you on a live chat. I feel very happy. And if you have further doubts, you can ping at sanjay@pantechmail.com, or if you can comment it, you can give it in a comment so that everyone will get benefit towards it. So thank you for watching this video, guys. I'll see you in the next video. See you then later on. Bye.